versus Odd Paladin is, you know, not a good matchup on paper for the Hunter, considering that you can't really deal with the tokens traditionally as well as a lot of the other decks, but Unleash the Hounds is one of those cards that you can utilize. So Hunter is just the full keep. Wants to keep tracking so that he could maybe look for the card to buff Spellstone, like Explosive Traps, and then has Unleash the Hounds to answer a wide board, and then it's going to be pretty much all in on the Spellstone.
Right.
From turn 5 onwards.
Yeah, you saw him as we joined his player cam. He was just head down, essentially on the desk, really trying to think through that mulligan process. And there's so many reasons why that's such a tough decision. And I was going to say, the big reason why that 3 keep is scary is because you have Diamole in your deck. And you saw what Diamole did in the previous game against Odd Paladin. But that is the best of both worlds for Hunterace. He got to keep an explosive hand, as you described how that could play out, and then nails Hans Moment off the top.
He only has 2 1-mana minions, and they're both Dire Moles. Yeah. So he's like, well, the odds are that I'm not going to be able to get it. Ends up keeping tracking, gets Dire Mole off, and you saw his reaction visibly in the camera as well. He was owing a long rest of the crowd and the casters. And SamuelTsao, of course, not happy to see that, but he's got some sticky minions here with the Divine Shields. And as the Odd Paladin, you often look at an opportunity to coin hero power, or sorry, coin double one into hero power. So this seems to be a very solid play in response from SamuelTsao. Oh, are you serious? Is this the Tavern Brawl where you just draw every mana curve play possible? Turn 1, you get the Mana Worm. Turn 2, you get the Arcanologist. Turn 3, you get the Kirin Tormage. What?
Attacking first here, yeah, there's no impact that you can get from attacking second. Plus attack doesn't matter, +1/+1 doesn't matter. So this Wind Fury's still fine. This gives you better stealth, gives you better Divine Shield. And it looks like, yeah, just a +1/+1 is going to be the answer here for Hunterace.
Wow, I don't know, man. Every time I've seen Hunterace play this Hunter deck, it's just, it has a connection. Perhaps it's the fact that he's being rewarded for the meta call. Perhaps the fact that his name includes the class that he's playing right now.
Yeah.
But some way, somehow, he keeps drawing Dire Mole, clacking Laser Maul, and there's nothing to be ashamed about that, you know? You just let it rip.
Right. Yeah, I think I finally deciphered the name. It's when he plays Hunter, he has his aces hidden up his sleeve. That's what the name means.
Hey, I like it. Well, you deciphered that. Can you decipher what me and TJ have been theorizing as what this name of this deck is called besides Mid-Range Hunter? Because TJ's convinced that it's called Spell Hunter with a few minions.
It's Spell Hunter with minions. Yeah, that's what it's
so
called.
I call it Minion Spell Hunter, right?
Minion Spell, sure. Yeah, we can go with that.
But then TJ started mocking me. He's like, oh, so it's Minion Spell Weapon Death Knight Hunter. And I'm like, well, yeah. So when we post deck lists, it's Hunterace's Minion Spell Weapon Death Knight Hunter deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me.
You agree?
No, I'm on board.
Great.
Fully. Let's do it. Coming soon to a NetDeck site near you. A URL too long to copy paste.
That's right. The deck code won't fit the title of the deck appropriately. Unleash the Hounds. Gets them ahead on board. Even though it's not for the maximum value. Hunterace, starting from turn 5 onwards, is not going to be caring about responding to the board. He's going to be caring about pressing in for damage. Oh!
Is someone down there just already carving Hunterace's name into this trophy? Because everything is coming up Millhouse right now.
Story of missed connections for SamuelTsao. Oof. All right, so how does Samuel navigate around something like this? He has Righteous Protector to kind of soften up the board a little bit. Lost in the Jungle plus Hero Power's maximum damage. His opponent used Unleash the Hounds, which is actually nice insurance to go wider on the board again.
Yeah.
And the big thing that he's focusing on is his own level 5. Level up. It'll be a level up versus the Spellstone kind of battle. I like it. So set up recruits now. Righteous Protector to protect your 1/1s into level up.
Tracking comes out here, and now if a secret is offered, which it isn't, the dilemma of board development with the secret, board development with the Bear Shark versus future board development with the secret would have been a tough one, because getting an extra minion down on board now would be very valuable. nothing here really looks too appealing. Houndmaster, you're just about to lose your grip on the board, so Houndmaster is the weakest it's been at any point. Kill Command, likewise. Spellstone, you already have one copy unbuffed in your hand, so how long will it be until you play 2 of these copies out of your hand?
Yeah, even if you get the Spellstone, you're most likely just summoning 2 3/3s both ways, because those are your best plays on the board. If you draw a secret, you just don't have the mana to play it.
Right.
HunterAce feels like this is going to be a fight for board dominance. Bear Shark is definitely a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. Paladin scoff at the idea of, you know, a 4/3 challenging anything, especially in the eyes of Sun Fury Protector.
This is a Corridor Creeper plus a hero power this turn, if that's what SamuelTsao wants.
Has the ability to hero power and play the Righteous Protector as well if he trades in the other Silverhand Recruit on board.
Sure.
I think SamuelTsao is most interested in just his level up straight up.
Fair enough. Can't argue too much with that.
SamuelTsao just gonna wipe HunterAce despite him just kind of having the perfect 1-2 combo.
It's looking that way. Shows that this is just a really, really bad matchup for the Hunter, because even with that perfect start that HunterAce got, and even with a hand that he 3-kept, which didn't include any of those cards that we're calling a perfect start, it's still not looking like it was good enough. Really, just because he whiffed on a secret from the tracking. That could be the big difference.
He can actually answer though. If SamuelTsao reps the level up and just go ahead and goes face, HunterAce will stabilize.
Yeah.
And then SamuelTsao's best play on the following turn is Quarter Creeper Hero Power. This double Vine Cleaver is pretty redundant and actually a terrible draw for SamuelTsao in the immediate. Might be great if he ends up being able to use all 6 charges, but I think the game will be determined by then. The only way that this is a punish is if your opponent has Houndmaster. And SamuelTsao knows where the place is.
2 attacks are going face, then 4 are going face. The only merit I see is to clearing all 3 of them, and then even then, I'm really just not on board. I don't get it.
Oh, he wants to play Quarter Creeper if he trades.
Sure.
But then he's completely bare the next turn. Actually, this is good because it stops his opponent from being able to weapon and develop behind it.
Ooh. Single copy. One of them was tracked over as well, the Houndmaster.
Right, but not enough mana. I actually really like that Quarter Creeper play because SamuelTsao recognized that turn 6 is going to be pretty dead anyway, so he wants to front load his pressure as much as he can, and then kind of like hope that he draws something pretty well, and if not, then not play Quarter Creeper reactively where opponent can answer it, as opposed to him getting to dictate the trades.
There's 3 viable options this turn. I think Bow, Flanking Strike, and Houndmaster all have their own relative merits in this spot.
I mean, you can even make a case for Spellstone to just try to get
you're not wrong, actually. They were all viable.
All viable, but I think the upside of drawing a secret is too good to pass up. Acker's Veteran gives him the trade. But it's pretty bad, all things considering. This was a very weak turn from SamuelTsao.
It was, yeah.
Oh, now we're talking. And Wandering Monster has some very spicy targets that can be created. There's a lot of meaty 3-drops. We're talking about King Mooklin or Blade Master. And then there's also 1/1s with Giant Rat. So how does that secret change things? HunterAce has, let's see, he has Explosive Traps, which is the one he's most scared of, Freezing Trap, Venom Strike Trap, and then Wandering Monsters. The freezing and the venom strike are one of. So the most common ones were wandering monsters and explosive traps.
Right.
And it was, you know, top decked.
So freezing just really isn't a big deal here. It's essentially a non-factor into your considerations, aside from just attacking with something that will cost you 1. So then you just have to consider the implications of Venom Strike versus the implications of Wandering Monster, because Explosive Trap really, 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 really sucks here if you're SamuelTsao.
I don't think you emphasized that enough.
Okay. One more, really sucks.
Ah, gotcha. I feel like I got a good feeling on that now. Do you activate the trap, or do you just hold?
I think you just have to wait it out, yeah.
Oh, man. And Venom Strike trap comes into the hand. HunterAce also has this ability to just bow and maybe be aggressive, because eventually the Paladin has to attack. And Equal Horn Bow Secrets has been carrying mid-range hunters since 2013 in the beta when we broadcasted some tournaments. Is it going to be here for HunterAce for game number 2?
I'm scared for SamuelTsao.
I know.
As I said, coming into this, he made some plays early on in the tournament in his quarterfinal matches that just showed a little bit of a timid tendency. But now, this is much better from him. He looks like he's able to get over the line here, recognizes that the threat of Explosive Trap actually not too bad in this spot. He can immediately reload behind it. He's just going to give HunterAce a lot of damage on that Eagle Horn bow and a lot of board presence as well with the sequence of traps going off. Such a great combination, Wandering Monster and Venom Strike down at the same time.
Yeah. Venom Strike Cobra, or sorry, Venom Strike track is a secret that not many people talk about, excuse me. But, you know, in so many situations, I feel like the traps from Hunter have been very inconvenient when you tech in that one of. I've seen Rat Trap last weekend at DreamHack do a lot of work, and then this weekend, Venom Strike trap has been impressive. Ooh. All right, well, unfortunately, you don't get the luxury of just trying to go all face because you're staring at lethal.
Yeah. Just dead on the board. That's a very, very bad draw for HunterAce. And yeah, much like the previous game, HunterAce immediately recognizes that the game is unwinnable.